Hey everyone, in this video, we will be discussing some basic terms that I feel you guys should know before continuing this series, or if you guys haven't started this series on network, I will paste a link in the description. So watch this video and then you can start watching the series. So let's discuss what is static routing. In static routing, we manually define path that packet should take in a network. Let's move on to dynamic routing. In dynamic routing, the routers automatically learns and updates path using special protocols. It allows network to adjust routes automatically if a route fails. In static routing, if a route fails, you have to manually define another path so that packet should travel by taking that path. In dynamic routing, if a path fails, the router will automatically arrange another path. DHCP. DHCP stands for Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. It is a network protocol that automatically assigns IP addresses to devices in a network. It saves time by automatically assigning IP. Imagine you have a network of about 20 to 30 PCs. Imagine the time and effort it would take to assign IP addresses manually to every PC. Here comes dynamic routing that solves so many problems, and DHCP is a network protocol that helps in this case. Next we have DORA. DORA stands for Discover, Offer, Request and Acknowledge. Let's discuss them one by one. In Discover, device sends broadcast message asking for an IP address. By the way, DORA is a working principle on which DHCP version 4 works. Next is Offer. DHCP server responds with available IPs. In Request, device requests to use offered IP. Next we have Acknowledge. In Acknowledge, DHCP verifies and assigns IPs. So these are the steps that the DHCP follows. Let's repeat them again. In Discover, the device sends broadcast message asking for an IP address. In Offer, DHCP server responds with available IPs that we will be declaring in DHCP pool. We will discuss about DHCP pool. In Request, device requests to use offered IPs by DHCP. In Acknowledge, DHCP verifies and assigns IP to the devices that has requested for an IP. Next, we have some terms that we will discuss in DHCP. First one is gateway. It helps communicate devices with other networks. DHCP pool. It is a range of IP that the DHCP can assign to other devices. For example, we have a network. Let's consider it is 192.168.1.0. So we will define DHCP pool that you can take IP from 192.168.1.1 to 192.168.1.254 and assign it to devices. Okay. Next we have DNS server. It translates website name into IP addresses, like google.com will be translated into an IP address. Most commonly we use DNS server, which is 8.8.8.8. It is Google DNS. Next we have default router. This is another name for gateway, the router that devices will use to reach the network. Okay, so that's it for this video. We have discussed static routing, in which we have to manually define the path that packets should take in a network. If a path fails, we have to manually define another path. In dynamic routing, the routers automatically learns about the paths and updates. In DHCP, it is a protocol. It is a network protocol that stands for Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. DHCP works on a principle which is known as DORA. DORA stands for Discover, Offer, Request and Acknowledge. Gateway is like a network, or you can say gateway helps communicate devices with other networks. Next we discuss DHCP pool. DHCP pool is basically a range of IP that DHCP can assign to devices. Next we have DNS server. It translates website names into IP addresses, like google.com will be translated into subsequent IP address. Next we discuss default router. It is another name for gateway, the router that devices will use to reach other network. I hope you have learned something new.